So let's just hop right into the finale. Why don't we? Regan, what were your thoughts overall in the finale? I'm curious.
Well, they find a kaiju, and everything, all this was happening. They go into another planet, and I'm like, this is happening pretty fast. And then they killed the kaiju and killed Vecna. And then I checked the time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's an hour left of the episode. What are they thinking? Because there's so much that they pack into the first hour of the finale that deserved at least like another hour. Like, this finale could have been like 3 hours, and there still wouldn't be enough time to explain everything that they introduced as a concept in this. We spend only the finale on the alien planet. An alien planet that was hinted at in season 4, and
barren wasteland.
Built up with the expectation that we would learn more about it in season 5, and we never did until the finale. The Mind Flayer, while it's cool that we got to see its physical form,
I thought the design was pretty cool.
Yeah, like I liked the concept of that. We just, for some reason, the Mind Flayer can possess rocks.
So easy to
give its powers to people.
That kaiju fight. It's not even a kaiju fight. Have any of you guys seen The Suicide Squad from James Gunn?
Oh, yeah.
There's a scene where Economos was like, we got a kaiju up in this. And that's all I could think of, was because you have this kaiju Mind Flayer that miraculously can't get a single kill. No kills, Mike.
The bats killed more things than the full-fledged Mind Flayer.
Yeah. Dart from season 2.
Dart from season 2 had a higher kill count
than the Mind Flayer. What? It is so... I hated it. When finally you get the Vecna reveal that when he was a little Boy Scout, he killed someone in a cave, and that Mind Flayer freaking...
Scoutmaster Kevin, bro.
Yeah.
Should have been more careful. Should have worn protection, bro. And that's why he wanted to reveal Will's secret, bro.
And then Noah Schnapp's character, William is like, this isn't you. They literally did a "this isn't you" scene in the finale.
I was so nervous. It was the same feeling I had when I thought Captain Marvel was gonna kill Thanos. I was like,
oh no, he's gonna, and instead of getting like super crap, I just got kinda crap, because then Vecna's like, no, we are Charlie Kirk. That's literally, we are one.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Huh?
I'm gonna out my...
Use me?
I'm going to out myself a little bit here and say that I actually kind of liked the finale. I don't think it's very good. And all the problems that we've been talking about for this whole season 5 are still here for the finale. And I agree with what Regan was saying, that the actual like climactic battle with the Upside Down, super rushed. But the last like 50 minutes of all the characters getting wrapped up, I thought was really sweet and really touching. And I thought basically everybody got a good wrap up. I even like what they did with 11, if you guys want to talk about that.
My favorite part was that last 50 minutes. But I think the issue with that is that I feel like the Duffer Brothers had that scene in their heads and said, this is where we want everyone to end up. So how are we going to reverse engineer our way back to the beginning of season 5? So
that's exactly what it is.
So we get everyone there. And it felt like more effort was put into that part of, funny enough, just like trying to tug at your heartstrings and remind you of everything that's happened in all the last seasons, and all of that stuff. And before we get that, what did you guys think of Joyce being the one to land the kill shot?
I like that.
I think that's appropriate. It's just that she has nothing to do in that entire time until
I agree.
Point. Dude, I felt like the members were just trying to be all edgy.
Well, not only that, but
with the wrong family.
Right before her and Will like despawn. Like, they're there on the battlefield, but before the fight ensues, they're just gone. They're not there, and then all of a sudden, once the thing's defeated, they respawn, which is weird.
There are two things in
They're
that battle
there.
that really confuse me. The first is that Will, they like imply that Will's powers, like, he got like a power up because he came out or whatever, and all he ends up doing is tearing Vecna's arm off.
New
And
achievement.
He already did that,
honestly,
though, with his leg, right?
yeah, exactly. And so I thought they were gonna do something crazy with Will's powers, and he didn't do anything we haven't seen before, and I was really disappointed because it just ended up being underutilized like he has been in like every season. And then the other thing was actually Nancy, because Nancy
is the only one with a gun, dude.
Yeah, Nancy has a payoff in this battle that I don't think they ever built up to, and
No.
that's that she's like
Rambo.
fully strapped. She has like 5 guns. She looks like Ripley from Aliens.
Oh,
And
so bad.
She's just mowing down on the mind flare, and I'm like, what is this payoff to? Did you even hint at this at all?
Is it just me, or did the fight between the Mind Flayer in Season 3 seem infinitely more dangerous?
Yes.
No, yeah.
The Mind Flayer fight in Season 3 with a smaller version of the Mind Flayer seemed way more... I felt much more tension and stakes in that than I ever
People
did.
died.
Yeah,
And
and
Eleven
it
had to yank the thing out of her leg. And
had
that
the
was
reaching
nasty.
tentacles.
I know, with
Yeah.
Season 5, it was just kind of like...
Well, Vecna sucks. Vecna's like, this is the top of my powers. And not just in that, but even in his Mind Palace, dude's getting whooped every single encounter in this finale.
Yeah.
Dude,
There's
there's not even a single Demogorgon in the entire
Not one.
finale episode.
There is one Vecna moment I really like, and I wish we would have had more of that, and that was with Hopper. I think
that scene was good.
I
agree.
wish there was more of that in the season.
Mhm.
I think it was kind of
Yeah.
clever, and I think it was cool in isolation, but it also reminds me of the missed opportunities. And that's kind of my overall thoughts of this finale. This is another...
Well,
Oh, go for it.
before we move in, then there's just...
I just
one
wanted
more
to give
thing.
my general impression of it.
Oh, no, I just feel like there's a part we haven't talked about yet with the finale.
Fair enough. I was just going to say, overall, generally, what I thought is this was my favorite episode in Season 5. I like the structure of it because I think no matter what, they were in a corner and like the resolution of the upside down stuff was going to be bad either way. They could have spent another hour or two, but the extra hour or two would have been bad. So I'm glad it got out of the way quick because I genuinely love the last 45 minutes. Like, I really like it. And it makes me sad a little bit because once plot is out of the way, and I feel like it helped me realize that I think the whole season 5 had been plot. Whereas they didn't really do too many character things until the finale. And once they finally, like, spend scenes where you know, like, this is character time. We don't have any of these annoying plot things we have to get to or exposition things we can get to. We can have actual conversations. And then you start thinking about, oh, there were actually scenes like this in 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I can't think of too many like this in 5 that were good, necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the last few scenes. Especially Mike. Because this is the first time since Season 1 that I really felt like Mike had a good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, like him and
okay.
Hopper talking.
I'll point out two. Okay, go ahead, Regan.
Oh, it's so good.
Ezra, you had something you wanted to bring up?
Oh, I just feel like we glossed way over the part, I think the stupidest part of Season 5, where I was like, okay, all right. And then they just went back and they were like, psych, because guess who's still here? The military.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh,
I was going to bring that up.
Okay, they freaking... The Duffers cannot leave well enough alone. They cannot kill someone. They are physically incapable of doing so. So they kill Collie, like we're supposed to be sad about that.
No one cared.
She is
I clapped
dead.
actually in my theater, and people laughed when I clapped.
She is dead on the ground. She is gone, dead, over. So they're all in the car, and they're all listening to Prince, and they're like, ah, ha, ha, ha. And they all get there, and then the military's like, we need the girl because of reasons. And then 11 is like, Mike, you don't understand. It'll just keep happening as long as I'm here.
No, how did she do that, though? How did she do that? They're playing sirens in her head. How did she do that?
Give me a second. And then she's like, but guess what? And you're like, what? And she's like, I've got the solution, the very logical solution. I'm gonna die in the upside down. And I'm like, huh? So she dies, and I'm just like, okay, anything to give Mike character development?
We all knew she wasn't dead, bro.
And then you get to the end, and Mike's like, but then, maybe she didn't die because she was out of range of the sirens because her special friend before she died. What? Collie's been bleeding out on that floor for the past...
The upside down blew up.
15 minutes. She is super dead. There is no way she's still alive.
No. She's only partially dead. If she was super dead, she wouldn't have been able to do that.
But it's because the Duffers, it's because the Duffer Brothers cannot kill someone. I genuinely feel like they cannot say, yes, this person is dead. So,
and then the military releases everyone, even though Hopper mowed down like 50 of their guys. Yeah. He's a war criminal, but everyone is freed.
They're literally just like, all right, good game, I guess.
GG's.
Yeah, no, but then 11 dies and Mike is crying.
No, they show Eleven's hand fading in and out. They have a shot there, and I at least caught in that moment that she wasn't dead. Like,
but Hopper is crying, and the soldier holding Hopper is crying for some reason.
It just, that whole scene makes no sense to me because logically, there's no way that Eight's still alive. And let me tell you this.
The soldier's like, Hopper, there's someone I need to tell
but
everyone.
They didn't outright say that 11 was still alive. It could be that she did actually die. And I like that. Okay. And she's
not.
You think so? I could see...
She's still alive because they all do the cheesy, I believe.
Okay, that was really dumb.
Stranger Things TV the next day. Stranger Things posts to their official account, I believe. Like
they show her hand like phasing in and out.
I don't believe.
No, she's alive. There's no other reason.
You're a hater.
No other reason. It's like when you ask someone, it's like, we had this guy on our ward who was a police officer growing up, and we'd say, do you have your gun on you? No. But if he did have his gun on him, then you go, I can't confirm or deny that I have a gun. If she was dead, they would have just said yes. But if she's alive, then they have to do that whole cheesy ass little thing.
I kind of like that they left it a little ambiguous.
I like that.
It's not ambiguous. Mm-hmm. Okay, and also I love the song "Purple Rain." It is one of my
weird placement
ever. I think it's a beautiful song. It's just because they were bragging. No one's ever used this song before because the rights are notoriously hard to get a Prince song in a movie. It is so hard. Mm-hmm. And they got 2 Prince songs, and they were like, "Oh, we got Purple Rain. I'm using it," and it's so random when it happens.
Yeah, why then?
Prince is rolling in his grave.
Yeah, Prince would not like his use of the music in the movie.
So sad. My last words for the finale were, okay, everything I felt emotionally, I feel like you were just trying to pull on my heartstrings from past seasons and relationships I've built with these characters, and
I feel like they did it pretty well. Like,
I think it was respectful and well done.
Yeah. Like I love that Dustin does the thing that Eddie said he was going to do when he graduated. Like I thought that was sweet. That was a nice nod to Eddie.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay. Here's the thing. I like the last 50 minutes. I just wish it was accompanied with 8+ hours of
me too.
Also equally as good material. And so
one slight issue I have is when in Eleven's Mind Palace she says, help everyone understand my decision. That next day, or the graduation day, when Mike is talking to Hopper, he knows this theory. I don't think he puts it together that night. He has to know then. And I think it's Hopper's right to know that there's a chance that 11 is out there. And I think that 11 was telling Mike, like, you have to share this. And Hopper was like the most important person to share it with, and he doesn't. And I think that's rude.
I think that's a good point.
Because we're getting spin-offs.
Regan, what were you going to say?
There is a moment in that last 50 minutes that made me just roll my eyes to high heaven. It's right before Mike and Hopper's conversation. Mike is sitting on the bench, and he's grieving. and then it cuts to the death we saw 5 minutes before, as if we didn't.
That's a
know
problem throughout the
that
show.
He was breathing.
Yeah.
It's just another proof that they're trying to appeal to the third monitor.
Right
watchers.
before Eddie dies, they do the same thing, and it's like, listen, I remember. Okay, I have a memory.
What do you guys think of the kind of cringe Hawkins older teenagers reunion on the
Oh, I thought that was sweet. You know, it kind of reminded me of Return of the King, where you could say like, oh, the ending of Return of the King goes on for too long, but I like all the characters in Lord of the Rings. I love all the characters in Lord of the Rings, so I want to see them end happily. And yeah, maybe some of the writing is a little overwritten like the rest of the season, but I like that Steve is a sex ed teacher. I think that's really funny.
Steve gets cucked
I
this
like-
whole show. It's so sad.
Steve gained a little weight. Did you see that? Steve gained a little bit.
Good
He's
for
a
him.
little bit
No,
more
they
thick
didn't
around the
gain weight,
middle.
Regan. It's just that finally now they all look their ages and they have to stop using heavy makeup
Yeah.
and everything within their power to make them look younger. They finally were
So-
just like, dress normal because now we want you guys to look like you're 40.
No, I liked that final scene with
He
them.
deserves a girl, dude.
Cheesy, sure, but like good.
Yeah. I like
how Vicky went the way of the dodo, and they just never mentioned it.
The last scene that she's in is like her eating cornflakes, and that's it.
Robin is literally talking on the radio, and she's like, "It's been a weird 18 months getting rid of overbearing partners," and I'm like, "What?" But I think
Erica
what I
and
did
Murray
was-
get zero conclusion as well, which is kind of funny. There's
Yeah,
like the
no-
Duffers
no
know who's
conclusion.
important
Murray.
and they know who just isn't, and like who they've given up on, and Murray's one of those people.
Yeah,
I couldn't
but-
care less about Murray at this point.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't need
At least the goat Ted had a
Yeah.
dude, I was
scene at the
laughing.
end.
I clapped.
dude. And then Derek, you're like, Derek, he's still alive. He's still
Hey,
good."
there's Derek.
Derek's family is
about to
still
become
tied
his
up in the
future-
barn.
Yeah,
Where's
they're still tied up,
Derek's
and
family?
all the pregnant women got blown up in the upside
Dude,
down too.
They just got blown to oblivion. It's
They all
crazy.
died.
Yay!
Hey,
And
in an
the
alternate
military
universe-
let
Hey, listen, the
everybody out
Duffers
all
hate
scot-free.
pregnant women.
In an alternate universe, we get a worse version of the finale where they're about to blow it up, but then they go, "What about the women?" So then it's Hopper and Murray running through the hospital.
No,
to
it's
get all-
Murray and Ted Wheeler, bro. It's
Dude, I was waiting for the Ted walk him down Wheeler clutch up, but they knew they had to take him out early in the season, or else
Yeah.
Ted
he's
solos.
too powerful. He could have
Yeah.
soloed Vecna.
he could have
Yeah,
because
so-
Vecna sucked in the finale.
Anyone
Yeah.
could have soloed Vecna. Holly soloed Vecna. Freaking Derek soloed Vecna.
All the Vecna stuff this season, like all of his backstory and all of the Mind Palace, the cave, they spend so much time in that world with the kids. I don't understand necessarily his plan with the kids, because the kids don't want to be there. Like, if one of them leaves, I don't believe, like, you can tell me as writers that they all want to be there, but I don't believe you. And then the fact that, like, if they're not willing to cooperate, what can he do with them? Like, I don't necessarily understand their specific use. His plan makes no sense to me in the finale. I do not get it.
Regan was talking about what aura Vecna has in season 4. Whatever aura Vecna has in season 4 is not present in season 5.
Kind of
It-
in the
it
finale
is-
of 4, like episode 4, but he just does not kill any of the main characters for no
It's just-
reason.
I feel like every single episode is Vecna going, "It's time. The time has come. Let us
I
begin."
do
And I'm like,
really like Vecna's action scene in, I think it's episode 4.
It's 4.
Where he like
Yeah.
he confronts Will and he has that gnarly kill with that random.
That's my favorite
dude.
shot in the season.
Yeah,
It like that scene is crazy, and then
I have it
just
saved in
nothing
my
after
phone.
that.
yeah.
Nothing after that matches that. at
Well,
all.
why doesn't
Like,
he
we
kill
never-
the incapacitated people? That are his
Yeah.
biggest antagonists. Like,
we
why? What does he have with Will left? Like, he should just kill Will, and he can kill Will. Why doesn't he do it? Because Will constantly thwarts him. What does he think Will is going to do to help him? There's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never learned why he needs 12 children specifically. We never learned the significance of the date of November 6th. Like, that's
Dude,
never
yeah.
explained.
you know your
I
show's
forgot
not
about
well
that.
written when the fans are coming up with better theories and reasons than what you actually came up with. There was a huge fan theory about how the dial is a different color and about how dates aren't matching up and stuff, and they're like, it's going to be addressed. Now, it turns out it's just bad writing because it's not being
Yeah.
addressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
there
think
was the
we
whole
all
November
agree.
6th thing.
Yeah, I think we all
I-
agree that season
yeah.
5 was disappointing.
Well, here's
It
the
maybe
problem.
had
You didn't
some
watch the
moments.
play. If you would have watched the play, it would have all made
Oh
sense.
I would
yeah,
have traveled
there
to
we go.
London.
My bad.
The only reason
That
I
was
have
my
more
that was my
context for
bad.
season 5 is because I went and read a summary of what happens in the play, which coincidentally enough is infinitely more interesting than most of what I got in season 5.
Yeah, but let's
yeah,
do a quick
move into the last
wrap. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
quick, I just wanted to say though, like it's pretty obvious that the Duffers really wanted to end the season, like the show, with one last session, and I do think that scene is like perfection.
Oh,
I
that scene is very
really
I love it.
the last scene.
I love it
Yeah.
so much.
It's
It's
such
almost
a
like
fitting end.
they had that scene written out for years. It felt like from the beginning they kind of envisioned that as being the ending of the show, and that was great.
And I actually really like Holly playing down there as well.
Yeah,
And
they even have the token
it
black
lessened
friend.
the
Yeah.
blow a little bit. Speaking of token black friend, you know how the one black kid is like there in the mind palace, and when they're freeing all the kids, Lucas is the one that
Lucas
saves him.
goes for him first.
I was like, hey, money.
He was like,
fun,
frick the rest of the
fun ending. I agree, and I like that Mike gets the last shot.
Oh man.
Okay, but